Avatar's world and the Marvel Cinematic Universe are two distinctly different yet massive universes that have quickly captured the eyes of the entire world. Each role in both franchises necessitates a certain amount of preparation and sacrifice in order to be performed to perfection. Actress Zoe Saldaña, who has had roles in both the Avatar and the MCU, recently compared the preparation required for her roles in Avatar 2 and as Gamora in Guardians of the Galaxy. Here's everything you need to know. Actor Zoe Saldaña from Avatar 2 has recently opened up about her transformation for Avatar compared to her transformation for Guardians of the Galaxy and the differences between the two. Zoe Saldaña has certainly made a name for herself, having appeared in a number of major film franchises, including Pirates of the Caribbean, Star Trek, and Marvel. She portrays Gamora in Guardians of the Galaxy films and in the two Avengers films. However, Avatar continues to be the highest-grossing film of all time that she's starred in. Saldaña plays Neytiri, a Na'vi who falls in love with Jake Sully, a human. Saldaña is set to make a return to Avatar 2, as well as Avatar 3, 4, and 5. Saldaña expresses her excitement at returning to this world after 13 years in the James Cameron sequel. Saldaña told popular media outlet Entertainment Weekly that returning after such a long time is a humbling experience. Because director Cameron experiments with different filming techniques and new technologies, filming one of his films is entirely different than filming a Marvel film. Speaking of differences, between filming Avatar and filming for Marvel, she stated, "They demand a different kind of sacrifice, but they stand out in their own subjective grounds." Saldaña stated, explaining how on Avatar there is more traditional approach, where they have to wake up early in the hours of the morning to go in through the entire tedious prosthetic process. Once you see yourself and you feel Gamora on you, obviously you transform. But when speaking about Marvel, she said, with Neytiri, it's more of a practice, explaining that for her role in Guardians of the Galaxy, it involves a lot of training with movement coaches and traveling to different locations that imitate the movie so that the actors can really get into their roles. Some actors find it difficult to re-enter a universe, but Saldaña tells news outlet EW that Cameron makes it simple to return to Pandora's world. Speaking of Avatar, what can we expect from the second film? Avatar 2, the long-awaited sequel to 2009's Avatar, is nearly here. It's been a very long time coming, but there's plenty of good news to share. There will be 3 sequels, the first officially titled Avatar: The Way of Water, with Disney offering release dates for 4 Avatar films in total. In fact, Avatar 5 is set to be released in 2028. That's pretty cool, right? But let's not get ahead of ourselves. When can we expect the second one to drop? Is there a current release date? We can confidently answer yes to that question. The long-awaited sequel will definitely hit theaters on December 16th, 2022. That's 13 years after the first Avatar film and 8 years after the sequel was originally scheduled to be released in 2014. So let's hope it was worth the wait. So, are there any trailers or teasers out? The first trailer for Avatar 2 debuted at CinemaCon before being publicly released alongside Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. It was initially only available in theaters before making its way online. The footage, as expected, features stunning landscapes both underwater and on land, with CGI magic bringing the Na'vi and Pandora to life. The footage contains the villainous RDA, Resources Development Administration, who are bound to cause problems for everyone. Sully and his family have arrived, but little is known about the actual storyline. However, we do have a relatively short synopsis that reads as follows. Set 13 years after the first Avatar movie, the sequel follows the Sully family, which includes Jake, Neytiri, and the children. It highlights the trouble that follows them along with the lengths that they go to in order to keep each other safe, along with the tragedies they endure. That's pretty vague, but we're pretty sure that there will release more info as we get closer to the release date. Finally, this begs the question, who is gonna be returning? The Avatar 2 cast includes both newcomers and returning actors. Sam Worthington reprises his role as Jake Sully, a former human soldier who became a permanent member of the Na'vi. He's joined by Zoe Saldaña, who reprises her role as Neytiri. In the first film, the couple fell in love. Moat, Neytiri's mother, is portrayed by CCH Pounder. Jake and Neytiri will also have children this time. Neteam, their firstborn son, is played by Jamie Flatters. Loak, their second son, is played by Britton Dalton. Tuktiri, their youngest child, is played by Trinity Bliss. Javier Spider Socorro is Jack Champion, a human born on Pandora who's adopted by Jake and Neytiri. Sigourney Weaver returns as well, though in an unspecified role. Stephen Lang will also reprise his role as Colonel Miles Quaritch, who died in the first film. It's unclear how he's going to return, but he'll still be a villain. Kate Winslet also joins the cast as Ronan, a free-diving Metcaina clan member. Eddie Falco also appears as General Ardmore, a member of the sinister RDA. Michelle Yeoh is a newcomer as well. She'll play Dr. Karina Moog, a human. And finally, Jermaine Clement will play marine biologist Dr. Ian Garvin. Now focusing on Guardians of the Galaxy and the MCU, what films can we expect in the fourth? Let's take a look. The MCU certainly has grand ambitions for the future. Here's a quick look at some Marvel movies that are set to be released in the upcoming year, aka Phase 4. First up, we got the upcoming 4th installment of Thor, aka Thor Love and Thunder. For ages, it was assumed by many many people that Marvel would not expand their solo film series beyond 3 installments, with Iron Man and Captain America serving as prime examples of this, but the mighty Thor has shattered that rule completely. It's no secret that Chris Hemsworth disliked the first 2 Thor films, but his experience making Thor Ragnarok completely changed his perspective on playing the character, and now we're going to be getting a Thor 4 in 2022 titled Thor Love and Thunder. You can expect to see this highly anticipated film drop next month on the 8th of July. That is exciting! Next up, we have Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, which is set to drop on November 11th, 2022. Marvel fans all over the world were shocked to learn that Chadwick Boseman had died in August of 2020. The actor had been dealing with cancer for 4 years, and while he was able to keep it a secret while working on big blockbusters like Black Panther, Avengers Infinity War, and Avengers Endgame, he died at 43 before he could begin work on the upcoming Black Panther 2. It's unclear where this leaves the upcoming blockbuster, but we do know it's returning regardless. In terms of Guardians of the Galaxy, there is a TV holiday special gracing our screens on December 2022. It appears that Zune wasn't the only thing that Quill brought back from Earth. The Guardians are also going to have their own holiday special, and Star-Lord is no doubt going to show them all of Earth's traditions to get them into the holiday spirit. The special will also serve as a prelude to the gang's upcoming Volume 3 film. What could possibly go wrong here? Knowing them, everything. Next up, Ant-Man is making a comeback in February 2023. For a surprisingly long time, the Ant-Man and the Wasp series' future remained a mystery. There was no clear indication that Marvel Studios was interested in pursuing a second sequel. Fortunately, that conversation changed dramatically in April 2020 when it was revealed that the sequel to Ant-Man and the Wasp was already in the works. Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania was going to be the first Marvel Studios release of this year in February 2023. Last but not least, we have Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 coming in early May 2023. So far, the road to making Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 has been strange. Initially, it appeared that the film would be one of the first titles released as part of Marvel Phase 4, but all hell broke loose when James Gunn was fired as a director due to offensive tweets he wrote nearly a decade ago. But everything appears to be mostly back on track now that Gunn has been reinstated. In terms of a storyline, specific plot details for the third film are being kept tightly under wraps for the time being, but Gunn has promised that it'll serve as an epic conclusion to the story which he began with Guardians of the Galaxy in 2014. The film will be the final appearance of this version of the team on the screen, and furthermore, following Endgame, it looks like the third film is going to revolve around the search for Gamora, who vanished after the big battle with Thanos. And there you have it, everything you need to know about Zoe Saldaña, who was a central part of the second Avatar film, describing her transformation in Avatar compared to her transformation for her role in Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy movie. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below, and as always, thanks for watching. And